you've managed to use our stuff in ways that I wouldn't have predicted. And what I want to talk to you about were videos like David's Ashes to Ashes. There's just something about it, and it's unsettling, and the lyrics are a bit unsettling, and somehow you came up with this iconic piano sound that totally makes the song and fits. And then years later, oh yeah, that was an Eventide flanger? Are you serious?
Yes.
Is that true?
I did. Yeah. I mean, it was hard work because we were just trying to get a stereo Wurlitzer sound initially, and the Wurlitzer they had in the studio, one channel was broken. So I said, I naively thought I could use the instant flanger and make a stereo kind of image, you know. And in fiddling around with that, I could get nowhere near the stereo image. What I came up was this sound, and I did a lot of extremes with the settings. You know, this was like a beyond flanging. And so it was we were cooperating with each other, and it was being directly gone to tape. That's why I have it. You know, it was printed to tape. It wasn't done in the mix. I find it like with the harmonizer, it's better when the musician hears the effect rather than play something and then you surprise them, you know, because they have the ability to play the effect. You know, they know it's like part of the instrument. Shall I just try to play this for you?
Yeah, sure. Oh man,
it's pretty cool, isn't it?
But it fit the song perfectly.
It's goosebumps, really good.
Yeah. I'm just in awe. I mean, it's true art. Not someone who wasn't just technically competent, but was creative in that moment to make that happen. So I'm just in awe. And I had no idea that's what that was. I had no, and I know really how, but to be fair, Tony, how would I know?
I don't know. You probably never heard that setting before.
No. Or again. Yeah.
No, it even people who remixed it and without meaning, they were surprised to hear it. They still didn't know what it was because it's not on the tape box. You know,
so there's no track of just a piano.
No. You know, 24 tracks. We had to print. It was already chock-a-block full of audio on that, and we just had to print. You know, and you know that's something David and I always spoke about. You should print these things to avoid. He says it's a Buddhist term, the mire of options. So you can't undo it. You know, that's what we did with the harmonizer and that any special effects. We always printed these things. And of course, the wisdom is, again, a technical one. If you take the multi-track to another studio to mix it, it's there. It's already cooked. It's already been cooked and ready to eat. You know?
No, but there's wisdom in that, Tony. And options can be crippling. They really can. You know, it's in the moment, and we hear this over and over again. We've done some interviews for the Gear Club podcast with engineers who worked with Bob Dylan, and it's the same thing. It's almost God wanted it to be this way. This is the way it is. You capture the moment, and if you put it off till later, you've lost something.
Yeah,
you'll never get back there again.
Yeah.
So there's wisdom in that, and it's a tough thing for people making music today because we have so many options.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take up any more of your time, but maybe you can play that again one more time.
And also, Tony,
so wonderful.
I realize now that we printed the plate, the EMT plate to tape as well. So that's the instant flanger and a stereo EMT plate. You know.
And the notes and the timing of the notes, they also fit this unsettling, quirky. But that I imagine that wasn't written.
No, he came up with the dun dun dun, and then David was the one who said, "Don't." And it was at first it was regular, every 2 bars, and then David said, "No, do it every 3 beats, or every 5 beats, something like that," which is ingenious. Yeah. And we worked it out. I think the whole intro is 13 bars long, and we worked it out so it would come on the beat when the verse began. You know,
Mhm.
the last dun dun
Dun, dun,
dun.
dun,
Do
right.
you remember
Remember
when? You know,
when? Yeah.
and that it was a real mathematical process to get that absolutely right. But
Wow.
once you feel it, it's like it's always existed. You know, it's
Oh
like
yeah.
it's
No,
a natural
it's
feeling.
so right. Well,
But
clearly, David and you knew what you guys were going for. I mean,
yeah,
this is so clearly intentional. It's fantastic.